Welcome back to Simpin Sunday, the show where we take an anime girl and build a team in Pokemon Showdown around her. In today's episode, we're building a team around Edajima Heihachi from Otokojuku. And I'm pretty excited about today's video. Let's get into it. My opponent has a pretty interesting team of mons that you don't want to run into on the bottom of the ladder, like Scovillain, which could be the Ranbat set or it could be something else, I don't know. Frigibacks, which is probably Dragon Dance or something. And Misdreavus actually isn't too bad in this tier from what I've heard. I've not used Misdreavus myself yet though. Unfortunately, Heihachi is going to have a hard time, at least in the beginning, because of the Stonejourner plus the Misdreavus. I think what I want to do initially is lead off with my Magneton. I think it'll have a pretty decent matchup against a lot of their stuff. Just going to Flash Cannon here. Because look at how much damage that does to Misdreavus. And I'll just do it again. I could go Pikachu, but then this is okay. Now, I have to decide what I want to go into next. I think I'm going to go into Heihachi here. Even if I get burned for some reason, I have Facade on this particular set. I go for Terra Blast Ground, which does a lot of damage. Is their Life Orb. I'm just going to go for Throat Chop here. Because they do go Misdreavus, and that gets rid of their ghosts. So that's good. So now we just have to contend with the Rock type in the back. I think I can go into my Onihige, and that should be good enough. And they don't have a close combat switch in. Pikachu, no! I know, Static Pikachu. You know, I'm actually okay with Static Pikachu. Static Pikachu is like not good because you have no ground electric immunity on your team. But at the same time, it also means that things like this happen where I get static. And it's not like Pikachu wanted to take Flash Cannon anyway. Alright, at this point, we're going to go into Quaxwell, because you really don't like it, and I can actually rapid spin away these rocks. If they decide to go into Scovillain, you no longer check me. And I'm just going to go back now into my Berserker. They have Icicle Crash. And once again, I can just close combat, assuming I get to move off. Fortunately, they don't flinch me, because they actually miss. So that could have been annoying, having to deal with Paraflinch. But we're looking fine. I'm actually going to just U-turn here. This Stone Edge trying to predict something. I'll take it. Go Quaxwell now. This Stone Edge actually does nothing to me. And I will go for the Rapid Spin first, I think. And I can Roost. Let's actually get a crit there, and I look to be just barely in range of a crit, but I outspeed them because they're adamant. And I can go for a Liquidation now, just in case they switch, as they do actually switch. And so now I have a Moxie boost, so that actually makes my Hidemaru a little bit of a threat. This almost certainly is going to outspeed me. I want to keep it around for the Stonejourner for sure. I'm going to go into my Onihige, because it is paralyzed, so it's a lot less reliable. I'll just close combat here. We're Tough Claws, we're not Steely Spirit, so I think this is the stronger move compared to Ironhead. Although actually it's probably about the same. Alright, that's a bit unfortunate. Because they're just going to spam Facade here. If I go into my Heihachi, I would normally outspeed it, and so they probably would switch. So I think I'm going to go into my Magneton instead, and just Flash Cannon. As they do go Stonejourner, and this will die. And so now their Squawk ability is their last Pokemon, and it'll just die. I can discharge now. That's game. Nice. Alright, time for game 2. My opponent's got Carkol and Camerupt and Hippopotas and Dugtrio, so this is definitely a Sand Force team. So getting rid of sand as quickly as possible would be good. I'm going to lead off with my Quaxwell if they decide to lead off with Magneton. And then, you know, I can switch. Probably should switch into Camerupt. depending on the kind of player they are, they may Terra Blast. Hopefully they don't Terra Water right away. But they could always do that as well. If they do, I'll lose my camera up. But losing my camera up in this game isn't, I don't think, the biggest thing other than the Magneton, because they have a bunch of ground types. And so I think that this is probably fine. Alright, what else do we have here? One thing to note is that their only ground resist is Cacturn. So my Slaking probably wants to be spamming ground moves as much as possible. Alright, yeah, they do lead off with Hippopotas. I'm just going to click Brave Bird turn 1. If I can catch the Cacturn on the switch-in, I will take it. Now we'll Rapid Spin here. I guess I should actually switch, huh? Yeah, let's go into my Momotaro. Interesting sequence here. I'm not sure how to play this one out. I think it's very obvious that I'd go into Camera Up here, as they are actually slow Magneton. Quite interesting. I do outspeed Dugtrio. And Carkol, it comes in. And I don't have Earthquake, so what are you gonna do? Let's check some damage. Fracture against Carkol. I don't know why they don't have a set for this. It's one of the only spinners in PU. You should have a set. Alright. Break does nothing at +1. It still does nothing. 35%. And you have the chance to get a burn. But, I don't know. I don't know, man. What are you going to go into? I'll go into Hidamaro. They actually just hard Will-O-Wisp. That's actually Terrestrialized into a fighting type, which is sort of interesting. I'm gonna Roost here. Because now you've wasted your Terra type. And yeah, you've burned my Quaxwell, which is annoying. But I was probably gonna get burned anyway, because I am supposed to Rapid Spin on your burning Pokemon. And Carkol wasn't an offensively threatening Pokemon in any capacity. So I really don't know how I feel about this particular play. Now on the other hand, of course, my Hidamaro is a water type, having to fight against a ground spam team. So I suppose burning it is a problem. But I think this is an okay exchange still. I'm gonna Rapid Spin. I don't know who wins this exchange, because they have 13 body presses left, and after that they don't really have anything else. Also, this Carkol has no recovery. That's another thing to point out. So even though I'm only doing 2% per turn, I am still doing 2% that you're not going to recover. And I can actually liquidate here, which is great, because they decided to go for body press there. And now I'm out of range of body press, so I can just spin again. We Roost. And this is definitely a Pokemon that they struggle with. Like, they have to decide, do I want to get a Spike here? And what am I willing to do to keep a Spike up on the field? I don't really know how big of a deal a Spike is, but it's probably a pretty decent big of a deal, just because looking at my team, how many recovery Pokemon do I have? I have no Pokemon with recovery outside of, I think, Camerupt has leftovers, right? Yeah, the Camerupt has leftovers, but that's about it. But you'll notice they don't have any Wish Pokemon, and Carkol, unless this is Rest as its last move, which I suppose it could be, then this isn't going to recover up anything. You can liquidate again here. Ooh, cool play. Gonna Brave Bird here. That was a nice conditioning by my opponent. Now the Cacturn is out of range of a Rapid Spin, but I really don't know what it gets them. And I do outspeed all of these guys, so it's not like they can just go into them for free. They might go Magneton here. I feel like they could definitely do that. Okay, I'll liquidate here. They may expect me to go for a Rapid Spin, I don't know. I'll just rapid spin here now. I don't think they'd switch. Maybe they will. We'll find out. Definitely got a roost. And then I think we'll switch. Main thing is that we're stalling out their Sandstorm. Funny thing about Hippopotas is that it is a decently bulky Pokemon, especially for the tier. But at the same time, what are you getting out of it in terms of a sand team? You only have the sand turns the Hippopotas gives you, and you can't run a smooth rock. I'll just Earthquake here. They actually go Magneton. There's a really bad play on my opponent's part, because Earthquake was always my play there. I don't want to get burned by the Carkol. And I can just go into my... I'll go back into my Fracture. It's already pretty weak. And I can just Poison Jab. I'll outspeed the Cacturn. Looks like they're sub-Leech Seed. I'm not sure what this set is. They are special. Okay, that's fine. So I lost my Fracture, but that's okay. I was willing to give it up. We actually just get to go now into my Magneton and go for Flash Cannon. And Flash Cannon will do a lot to Hippopotas. They sack their Cacturn. It was only there really for my Water type. But what they don't know is that I'm Terra Water. So I actually have another Water type in the back. Let's see here how much Magneton does to Hippopotas. And I gotta get a blank set because this is not Little Cup. 252. And I'll make a max Spadef just for sake of argument. Eviolite. Yep. And then Careful Nature. Careful. And then Terra Blast. If I Terra Water, is 63% min. So unless, well, you know, I want to go for it. As they actually do switch out into Camerupt. So that's the best series I could have gotten right there. Now they got Dugtrio, but I won't be trapped by Dugtrio. And I have Slaking. And Slaking now can just facade. Like, what do you even do? Okay. Now I got Carkol. I don't want to stay in on this. You can't outspeed me. I'm just going to switch out here into my Quaxwell. And I'm going to go for the Roost, first and foremost. My last Roost that I have. It is what it is. They're actually a fighting type, which means that I can go for Brave Bird and it'll do a lot of damage. I probably wasn't thinking about that earlier. So just Body Press there. And I'm gonna Rapid Spin here. Just so I can get rid of the Stealth Rock. It doesn't really matter. And by doesn't really matter, I mean it matters literally not at all. But Rapid Spin here will kill Carkol. And will make me faster, maybe? No, I think I'm actually slower. 336, 372. Probably not faster than Dugtrio. But at this point, Idamaru has done his job. And I will just go for Liquidation. That will put Hippopotas in range. It's actually Slack Off, which is very smart of them to do. Okay. Now I will go for Body Slam. Because getting this paralyzed, or getting anything paralyzed, is probably a sensible thing to do. They go for Yawn. Means I'm forced to switch. I'm going to go into my Camerupt. Obviously, I am weak to ground, but I might as well be weak to ground with my Solid Rock Pokemon. Now, if we actually look at Camerupt versus Dugtrio, I'm guessing I live. Let's just pretend it's this Trapper set. Why not? Adamant. Earthquake does not kill. And I can just go for Lava Plume. As I get a crit, which is very unfortunate. Now we'll go back into Slaking here. And we're going to go for the Body Slam again. I guess they could have been Choice Banded. And if they were Choice Banded, then it looks like it's a roll maybe to kill. But that crit probably mattered. By probably mattered, I mean it definitely mattered. Whereas this one does not really. I can go here into Magneton. They actually go for Stealth Rock, which is a very weird play. Oh, you know what else I'm forgetting about is Sand Force. The sand was up. So because of Sand Force, that would have killed. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, we'll just Terra Blast here. So they are not even Choice Band. Okay. So now they got their Lychee Berry up. But I am Choice Scarf and I have Fake Out on my Berserker, so that's fine. Okay, I forgot about the Sand Force. I should have factored that in. And now we're fighting somebody with the name of JoJo, which is a crazy name. How did you get that name? And Dragonair. And then just all the threats in the tier. They loaded up 6 of the best Pokemon, or 5 of the best Pokemon in Dragonair. Electrode's maybe not the best Pokemon, but it can facilitate a lot of strategies. And Crabominable is always a threat. One thing I do notice is they have no electric immunities. I think I'm going to lead off with my Magneton, lead off with Electrode. I will just go for Flash Cannon here. I think they're probably a dual screen set on this, if I had to guess. But who knows what they are. As they go camera up. That's cool by me. Part of me says, click Terra Blast Water, click Terra Blast Water. And I think I'm going to listen to that part of me. And we're just going to get rid of camera up right here and now. Now that means, of course, that I'm going to struggle a little bit more with Electrode. So maybe I shouldn't have listened to that part of me. It also means that I'm weaker to Dragonair. But I wanted to click the Terra Blast Water. It's cool, you know? Alright, going to my own camera up now. I suppose their Electrode could also be Terra Blast Water, but I doubt it. They go for Foul Play. It looks like they weren't expecting the camera up to switch on their Electrode. What were they expecting? Why did you click Foul Play on a Magneton? My guy. Alright. Let's get another game. Okay. This has got Sticky Web on this team. That's a bit of an issue. If they lead off with Pikachu, that's a little bit annoying, not gonna lie. What I want to do here is actually lead off with Onihige. I can click Fake Out, turn 1. That's good. And then turn 2, I'll get the slow U-turn. Well, no, let's just go for Iron Head. I know I'm gonna let them get the Sticky Web up. So if I can kill them, that'll be good. Now I'll click U-turn. They may switch. They go for Leech Life, which it does not do very much. And at this point, they're gonna probably and almost certainly go into Haunter. I'm actually gonna liquidate here. Just in case they make that play, they definitely are gonna make that play. Okay, and they are Eviolite Haunter, which is fine. Here I'm gonna go into Berserker. Hopefully they don't have anything to hit my Berserker. They use Thunderbolt, which is whatever. Just gonna I'll U-turn here. I think they'll probably sack Kricketune. That's what I would do. Because if you're confident you're gonna get your webs up, then you'd stay in. I guess they don't care about that. Alright, let's go into my Heihachi. And just go for Throat Chop. Now you'll probably sack a Kricketune. Yeah, there you go. But now they don't have a sack. They also don't know what kind of set I'm at. Alright, I'm gonna go into my Berserker here. Right, yeah, Berserker doesn't do too much against anything except for the Haunter. And I am Assault Vest, so I can click Fake Out here and do a ton of damage. And then I'll U-turn here. I do die, unfortunately. Okay, I am paralyzed though, so this will kill. So they actually are so confident of outspeeding me, they actually waste their Terra there, which is fantastic. Okay. So now, we got a bit of an issue on our hands. But I think I can just go into my Quaxwell and I should be okay against this Doug Trio. We'll find out though. Earthquake doesn't do too much, yep. I'm going to Rapid Spin here just in case. They do go Haunter though. And that's unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Okay. So Thunderbolt. I'm going to go Magneton here. They go for Hex. But I'm not poisoned because I'm a Steel type. So we're good. Now I'm going to Flash Cannon. They stay in. This will be Analytic boosted. And we can get rid of the Haunter. Once we get rid of the Haunter, that's all that really matters. Go Skull Villain, which is a good play on their part. I want to keep this around for the Haunter, like I said before. I'm going to go into Fracture. Fracture's been having a bad day. I haven't really been able to get too much going, unfortunately. They go hard for a raw, like normal Terror Blast. That's sort of a weird play. Bug Poison Jab here, or Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw is better. Okay. Now go into my Slaking, and we'll click the Throat Chop. I've shown Throat Chop. They go Quaxwell. Okay. Man, what are we gonna go for here? Do I need this anymore? I don't know if I do. It says Roost. A bit tricky. I guess I can go into my Quaxwell here. So they go for Liquidation. I can go for Roost though. And that'll heal me up. Yeah, there we go. So we're getting back some of our health, which is good. As they'll go Haunter here, which is fine. If I had gone for Rapid Spin there, I think that I would have actually been in a better position. It's sort of funny. Alright. I'm going to go into my Heihachi here. So I go for a Hex. They know I have Throat Chop. What do we go for here? What do we go for? Go for Facade. I feel like that's the kind of player my opponent is. So now they don't have anything bulky left on their team, so now I can go back to spamming Throat Chop. I think that's the correct play now. Okay, now they go Skull Villain. I can go into my... And my Quaxwell is still really good for Doug Trio. I don't think I need my Magneton anymore. So they go for Leaf Storm. Man, they really wanted to kill. Okay. So now we go back into Heihachi. And we go for Throat Chop. Hopefully they go into Haunter this turn. They do. Good. So I only have one more turn that I can be alive. And I think what I want to do now is sack this. Okay, yeah. So I can go to Quaxwell now. I'm just going to click Rapid Spin. I think that's the correct play. If I click Liquidation here, you're in trouble, right? So now I click Liquidation. Because that kills Doug Trio. And then the Skull Villain comes out and has to decide what move to go for. I'm going to click Brave Bird as they go for Terror Blast. If they're choice specs, I wonder how much this does. I don't know. Let's check damage. I got Camera Up versus Skull Villain. Let's say they're this set, this monotype choice spec set. Sure, why not? And Lava Plume and Earth Power do functionally the same damage, but Earth Power is the correct play, so I'll just go for Earth Power. Yeah, I think that was choice specs. Alright, close game in the end, but we got it. I think they definitely should not have thrown away their Pikachu's Terra, but they weren't expecting me to be choice Scarf. I understand it. You know, a lot of Slakings are on choice band because of the extra power, but I really do think that Slaking has such a good speed tier and doesn't really need it. I think the power the Slaking has is already sufficient. Alright. This game is going to be tricky. We've got Double Dark Pokemon here. Don't know what that does for my opponent, but it does something. And Mischievous again. Quaxwell is just a very good Pokemon in the tier. I really am not sold on Gabite, but you can never sleep on it either. And then the Go-Go could be sort of annoying. Okay. Part of me just wants to lead off with Fracture, but I'm pretty sure Skuntank's going to be annoying. So I need to get rid of the Skuntank first. Lead off with Gabite. Here, the correct play is always to go Quaxwell, because I don't want to sack my health on my Camera Up just to get a burn on the Gabite, which is what my initial instinct says to do. But I figured that would be the play that they made always. And now I'm going to go for the Liquidation. And now I'm going to go for Liquidation again. Except they go Misdreavus. This is definitely Eviolite Misdreavus. Took very little damage. By very little damage, I mean it didn't take anything. I'm gonna go into my camera up tier to go for that. That's fine by me. I'm gonna go for the Earth. No, I'll go for Lava Plume first. They could always go Houndoom. If they're really brave, they'd go Houndoom. But even if they got the Flash Fire boost, then they still have to get the flinch, otherwise I kill them with Earth Power. So... And they don't even know what moves I have. Although I feel like my moves that I have on this set are pretty standard. At least the first three. They have Quaxwell. And unfortunately we don't burn it. But whatever. Okay. I'm gonna go into my Quaxwell again. If they just liquidate, that's okay. So we're gonna have to find a way to break my opponent's team. It's gonna be really rough because they got a lot of bulky Pokemon, a lot of really annoying Pokemon. This is a Taunt Misdreavus. I don't think Misdreavus has a way to have recovery other than rest. So they do have Will-O-Wisp. I'm surprised they went for it this time and not last time. But what are you gonna do? I guess what they thought... I don't know, what did they think? Why did they go for Taunt last time? I can just go for defense drops here. Okay, so Taunt, Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split. And nothing really for the Magneton. So we're just gonna Flash Cannon here. Oh, see, I see Foul Play. Okay, so it's just an annoying set, but they don't have anything particularly threatening. So Go-Goat. And I don't want to stay in on this. I doubt that they're Jolly. I really doubt that they're Jolly. But I think that it would be a mistake to assume. Okay. I think I want to go into my Fracture here and start Dragon Dancing up. Once I get a Dragon Dance up, I will be faster than Misdreavus. I want to see how much I do to it. Once again, they don't have any sets in here because they don't like me. Eviolite and Fracture at +1 does 56 to no bulk. So that doesn't seem like a great idea. If I Terra Dragon, it does 75% min. But I really want this to die, right? I just need to start breaking my opponent's team. As we miss out on that. But they actually miss the Will-O-Wisp, which is huge. They don't have a Dragon immunity. Unless they want to Terrastallize their 4% Misdreavus to Fairy, which it could be. So that's really big on my side. Because now I'll outspeed, I think, everything on their team, unless they have like a Scarf Houndoom, which is possible. And I have Poison Jab for the Go-Goat, which is good. The Go-Goat could have Thunder Wave or something like that. And they could always have a Fairy type in the back, or Terra Fairy. And Quaxwell isn't really an offensive problem for this particular Pokemon. Because it doesn't, what does it do? Brave Bird? And that's it. So I can probably get a couple more Dragon Dances up. My opponent's definitely in a bad position now because I can start breaking through their team. Right? One of the problems when you're dealing with fat teams like this is that you have to have a way of punching holes in your opponent's team. Otherwise, you're never going to get any progress made. But if you can take away a couple of their pieces, then even if I have to waste my Terra and my Sweeper, then I should be in a better position because they'll have fewer Pokemon and fewer options as a result. That being said, I could still lose this game very easily, and I could also have no idea what I'm talking about. So let me know in the comments. Anyway, looks like my opponent's going to go into Gabite. And I'm still going to go for Dragon Claw, I think. Unless this is Terra Steel. What typing would you be? Terra Steel, right? Terra Water, okay. They have Dragon Tail. Just sort of an interesting set. Actually, that's not a good idea. Let's just go into my Quaxwell here, as now I can go for the Roost. First and foremost, I need to keep myself healthy. And if I don't Roost here, then they'll kill me through Rough Skin and I won't even get the Stealth Rock off. So Roost was non-negotiable there. They do go Go-Goat now, which is fine. And Go-Goat, what you want to do to me, huh? I don't know, I'm gonna sack my Fracture here. It's done an okay job of doing things. It does have Horn Leech, which is fine. We'll just Poison Jab here. I actually could outspeed them if they're not max speed Jolly. They get poisoned with a Gabite, which I will definitely take that. And I crit them too, which is sort of funny. Not expecting that. 289 speed, so I don't outspeed them there. And I doubt that I'm going to kill them with Fake Out. So let's go into Heihachi and get this ball rolling. And I'll just click the Body Slam. Body Slam punishes everything. I'll take Rough Skin, which is unfortunate, but I know I'll kill with that. And it'll punish things like Quaxwell or Go-Go that might want to switch in on an Earthquake. It also doesn't... You don't know if I have Earthquake either. So I think that's okay. At this point, I think my Onihige's only job here is to be Assault Vest and annoying. So now I will post combat, because if you are not Choice Specs, then you will just kill me anyway. Yeah, I think that's the proper thing to do here. Go back into Slaking, quick Body Slam again. It's possible that they're Terra Ghost, I suppose it could be. We don't get a para, unfortunately. Shinichiro comes out on the Quaxwell to go Skuntank, which is fine, I think. I mean, not fine for me. This is a bit of an issue. But that tells me that they were expecting Magneton. So they probably have Flamethrower, if I had to guess. Let's see if they do. They just go for Sucker Punch, which is fine too. Okay. I will go for the Earth Power to go Quaxwell. I'm actually going to Earth Power again. They Roost. Yep. Now they're sort of in an awkward position. Okay. Let's Volt Switch here. I'm not sure what my opponent's going to do here. Do you have Earthquake on this set? Or do you even have enough speed for me? I don't know the answer to that question. Alright. This is a bit of an issue. This Pokemon, this Go-Go. Man. I'm gonna go into my Quaxwell here. They bulk up. I see. Horn Leech does a ton to me. I'm gonna Brave Bird here just to kill myself. I don't think I want to stay in. So their Milk Drink, Horn Leech bulk up. I wonder what their last move is. Not sure. They bulk up again. We'll just throw off a Lava Plume here. Now they have not used their Terror. Oh, actually, they have used their Terror. They terrored their Gabite, as I recall. Come on, burn. I need the burn. If I don't get the burn, we're in trouble. They could always go Houndoom here. But losing the Go-Goats +2 boost would be probably worth that. I don't know, though. Come on, burn. Nope, no burn. Very unfortunate. Alright. Will this do anything? I don't know. It might. So they go for Milk Drink, yeah, that's what I thought. Now I'll just Flash Cannon. Horn Leech is probably going to do a lot of damage. And I don't think... There we go. There's the Spidef drop. Now we can go into Heihachi. Now we can just go for the body slam again. Got +2 defense, so I don't know if this will kill. Normally you'd want to go for like double edge or something strong here. But this is my only play. If this kills, it kills. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know? So it does kill. Problem is that this isn't a winning position for me. Houndoom probably comes out and goes for Dark Pulse or something. So what I need to do here is for them to, okay, they go for Toxic. An interesting play there. They have Protect. See, yeah. All right, we'll just forfeit here then. Yeah. A lot of times you'll have a game where the last Pokemon will be a Protect Pokemon, and you just won't know that it has Protect. How was I supposed to know that was a Protect, Sucker Punch, Toxic Skuntank? And if that happens to you, then your late game Slaking doesn't really do anything for you. Okay, so right off the bat here, we have the Web's lead, which is annoying. I'm gonna go for Discharge here, just in case I get a Para. Could get a full Para, which would be nice. But I do not. We'll just Discharge again. I'm surprised that they're not max speed Jolly. I would have thought you would be. They go Ampharos. That's okay. I'm going to Volt Switch now. Hopefully they're not Terra Ground or something weird like that. I got to keep my Magneton around for the Ice Keel. We'll go into my Camera Up, which is pretty obvious. We'll go for Stealth Rock. It will... Probably won't kill Cricketune quite yet. Huh. I'm gonna go into my Berserker here. They go for Toxic, so they're that kind of set. All right. Ironhead here. As they go for Hex, and they were not Eviolite, so they lose their Spin Blocker, which is fantastic. So now if I can get a U-turn into, yeah, this, I'll take this trade, because now I go Quaxwell, I get a Rapid Spin off. The only thing they have that they could go into, I suppose, is Ice Cube, maybe, or Ampharos. I suppose that works too. I will just go back into my Camera Up. So they still don't respect that. Now I'll just go for Lava Plume. That will melt the Ice Keel, and Dragonair, if it comes in, it gets burned. It's probably Shed Skin if I had to guess, but it's a possibility that it's not. I'm gonna go into my Slaking as they go for Waterfall. They don't appear to be getting very lucky with their turns, or with their Shed Skin, as they are Protect, actually. Now that I think about it, I wonder if this doesn't have a Dragon move. Guess what? They have a Dragon move, people. Well, this isn't going to do anything in this game anyway. Between, well, except for that, apparently. Between the Ice Cube and the Slaking and the Ampharos, I don't trust this Pokemon to get the job done. So I'm willing to sack it for that. Okay, now we can go into Magneton. And we can just click the Discharge. This will prevent the Cricketune from coming back out. I don't know what they think they're doing with that. And it will stop the Ice Cube from setting up in the back, as we will outspeed it before it gets its nice face. And we can just click basically anything we want to do. Yeah, there we go. Let's check damage on this. Ice Cube. The Belly Drum, sure, why not? Against Magneton, Flash Cannon just kills straight up. Yeah. Goodbye Ice Cube, and that'll be the game. Okay, we got this guy again. Let's let off a Stone Journer last time, so I think maybe let's lead off with my Berserker. I doubt that they will sack their Pikachu this time so readily. Lead off with Skullvillain. We'll just click Fake Out for the chip. The Misdreavus, which is fine. Here, let's go into my Camera Up so we don't get burned. We'll go Pikachu. which is interesting. Pikachu's a bit of a problem. I'm gonna go into my Berserker here. I'm not sure what kind of sequence this is. I just don't want to get burned, my guy. Yeah, there we go. We'll go get Stealth Rock up. We'll go for Shadow Ball. So this is a more offensively based Mischievous compared to the previous ones. I'm gonna go then into my Magneton. Yeah, Magneton I think is an okay play. Just go for Discharge here. Now that we know the Pikachu is static, I don't have to be worried so much about going for electric moves against this team. Yeah, as the Pikachu just comes in and takes a ton of damage. I'm gonna go into my Berserker again. Now the Pikachu can't switch out because it'll die to Stealth Rock coming in. So now we can just click Fake Out and it'll be dead. We do get paralyzed again, which is unfortunate. But at this point, the Onihige has done his job. And I'm just going to click the Close Combat. As they go for Terra Ground. Yeah. Okay, so this time they're going to get to use their Terra Blast, which is cool for them, I suppose. Now that they've Terra Grounded, though, that means they're going to be a lot weaker to Quaxwell if I can get a +1 boost to speed. Okay. And their Life Orb. Were they choice specs before? Maybe another Life Orb? I forget. Alright. Actually, sort of a threat, not gonna lie. I'm gonna go into Fracture. And Dragon Dance up. Well, actually, let's just quickly check. Let's go Villain. And we'll go with this set. And if it's Modest, then I would outspeed it, right? And Dragon Claw does 63% minimum. Maybe I'll just Dragon Claw here, just in case. Okay, they go Stone Journer. Stone Journer. +1. My Brick Break does 50-something%. Let's go into my Quaxwell here. I think that's the correct sequence. And now we Liquidate, because they should go into Mischievous. They don't have to, but they don't really have a switch into it either. I'll just Rapid Spin on you, because what is Arctibax do to me? I want to know. It's got a Dragon move, which is cool. And I go for Liquidation again. And now I can go for Liquidation again. Now I can Roost. I don't really think this threatens me in any capacity. And I will just go for Liquidation. Actually, Rapid Spin might be just as strong, and I'd be getting Speed Boost, which would allow me to outspeed Squawkability. 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 Alright. And on that note, I think we're going to call it a day. Heihachi. Yeah, you did alright. It's about as much as you expect Slaking to do. Sometimes your opponent has Protect in the end. Sometimes you're playing the sack game. But the problem is that the Slaking doesn't like to play the sack game. So it's a bit difficult to build with Slaking. I think that maybe you need a different kind of team, but I haven't figured out what that is exactly. But like we saw in today's video, Slaking really does not like being the last Pokemon on the field. And even when there's 2 or 3 others, if you have to bring a Pokemon out every single time, it's going to be a sacrifice. And so that's why Slaking is at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the tier list. But Fracture did okay at times, and I think the rest of the team definitely had good synergy. And Quaxwell is just here holding the fort down. Anyway, that'll be it for me today. I'll catch you guys next time.